baby. I ain't got no money.
Even Ray Charles can see you got money. Hey.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey again to y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely magnificent. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a store in Illinois by way of Chicago. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Illinois. Everybody outside the great city of Chicago. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And also, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my gay-ass cousin, yes, Tay, because you all already know anything that involves penis or meat, he's going to send it to me. And now, also adding to that point, I want you all to understand that this is grown folks talk, as you all can tell by the topic of the subject. Now, so what I'm going to need you all to do right now is get those sweet, precious, badass kids out the room right now so we can have a quick dialogue and see what's really going on inside the great city of Chicago. Get those kids out. Go ahead. Lord have mercy. Anyway, hopefully those kids out the room by now. If those kids are not out the room by now, tough double D titty. And since today is Friday, guess what? All sides matter. If it don't matter to you all, it don't matter to me also. And now, as I break the story down, I want you to question yourself and also question those around you and ask yourself today, are you dealing or am I dealing with poverty meat? Yes, poverty meat is what's on deck today. Now, for those of you who all know what meat means wood. Meat means what else? It starts with a P. Yes, penis. Now, I understand one thing, that some of you all, you're going to do what you want to do, but I didn't come to preach to you all long. I just came to stay strong. Now, on one hand, you would think that if you're a grown person, you would make better choices in life. But some of you all, let's just keep it real. I know I'm going to ruffle a lot of fellas today, but some of y'all just get that ass to anybody. Let's just keep it real right now. And then when you grow old and you wind up with nothing in life, you be mad at the world. But it's not the world's fault. Because back in my day, we had an old saying.
In my day, we used to have a saying, no romance without finance.
And let's begin.
He wants to give you back your health. But some of us, we don't want God to give us back something. You know what we want? I know it's some older people. Y'all forgive me, my seasoned saint. Some of y'all want that poverty penis. You want that poverty penis, and that's how you think you gonna heal. But sister, you ain't gonna heal with that.
And now, family, this conference took place this past weekend in the great city of Chicago, where we have Pastor Latasha Brown, who preached alongside her husband, Bishop C.E. Brown III, at Abundant Blessings Church in the great city of Chicago. Now, Pastor Latasha Brown was on stage basically trying to enlighten these women, basically trying to encourage these women. And really, the pastor was trying to steer some of these women right, even though a lot of people are very upset with her saying that the church is not the place to be talking about something like this. So let me ask you all this. Do you think Pastor Latasha Brown was wrong for basically talking about penises when this convention is supposed to be about women empowerment? But at the same time, how else can you enlighten someone? And also, how can you correct someone if you don't go straight to the subject? Now, on one hand, one must understand that, yes, the church is not the place to be talking about adult topics like this. But at the same time, this is a women's conference, even though she is a pastor and pastors shouldn't talk like that. So let me ask you all a question, and please be honest with yourself. Do you think Pastor Latasha Brown was out of line and she was clearly out of order for bringing this topic up inside of a church setting? But on one hand, you also got to ask yourself, this is a women empowerment conference. Now, this conference, like I told you all, took place this past weekend in Chicago, where you had Pastor Latasha Brown along with 4 other women at this conference, basically trying to get these women some enlightenment, some empowerment. And now, true enough, we all understand for those who were raised in church and for those who wasn't raised in church, that maybe she could have chose a different topic. But at the same time, once again, because we got to drive that point home, this is a women empowerment conference. So, of course, these women is going to talk about all kind of things. But she does have a point, because a lot of you all love that poverty meat. And then you wonder, while you can't get up off your ass and do something with your life. Let's continue.
You think you want to heal, but it's poverty. It's poverty penis. They can't do nothing for you. It's going to last about 7 minutes if he real good. If he ain't, it's about 3 minutes. And it's poverty penis.
And now, as you all heard Pastor Latasha Brown say, that poverty penis is going to keep you down and out. It's going to keep you broke. And it's also only going to last maybe 3 to 7 minutes. I don't know what kind of diggalings them is. Because if your diggaling that weak, guess what? You may need to go talk to Jesus and also go talk to a doctor. Because clearly, that meat is not working right. Now, you got to understand one thing. That look here, everybody is not always going to have their stuff together in life when you first meet them. Everybody is not going to be making a certain amount of money. But also at the same time, you got to tell yourself, as long as you are with someone and they're trying to make it, guess what? Eventually, you'll get to your goal. So really, the whole message should have been this right here, in my opinion, because she could talk about how she want to talk about it. Now, I feel this way right here, that as long as you have two people trying to reach a common goal, everything is going to work out. But also adding to that point, you cannot be sitting at home on your ass, not doing nothing with your life, not going to work, not trying to advance yourself, and then want to lay up and have sex all day. And then, yes, we all know people like this, have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to want to complain about how hard life is. Life is only going to be what? Yes, like Mary J. Blige said, what you make it. Let's continue.
You married and you ain't felt good in a long time.
Woo! And now, how many of my married women out there who are married and haven't had their back broke in a long time? Haven't had that man to hold your ass out in quite a few years? How many of you all right now are hot or bothered and hot and bothered? Please let me know in the comment section, because fellas, sometimes we forget about the cookie. We got to nurture that cookie. I'm not going to preach to you all, but at the same time, you got to take care of that cookie. Because as you take care of that cookie will do what? Yeah, somebody said, you very smart, man. You very smart. Probably been married 30 years. That cookie will take care of you. So don't neglect your woman. But at the same time, you got to bring food home to the table. If you don't bring nothing to the table, guess what? Nobody's going to eat. And at the same time, you all must understand this right here. No matter how much you love somebody or how much you find them sexually attractive, guess what? Love and sex don't pay the bills unless you're a damn prostitute. Let's continue.
He calling you in the middle of the night. This is why God can't bring you who he got for you, because Rob is up in you, Steve is up in you, Anthony is up in you, even Shatita is up in you. You done been bisexual. You trying out all kind of stuff.
And like Pastor said, you all cannot get nowhere. Lord cannot see nobody because you got every Tom and Dick that's Harry. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry up in you. And also Chiquitas and Brenda Gales and stuff. And you're wondering why Lord cannot send you a man, because you got too much what we call blockage in the way. You got to get some of this stuff out your way today. So what I advise you all to do right now today is take an assessment of your life. Look at your life, look at your situation, and ask yourself, as you look in that mirror, ask yourself today, am I where I need to be in my life? Because clearly we are all getting older day by day. And as you know, as you get older, guess what? Your body get tired. Your mind get tired. Yes. And also, your sexual organs get kind of tired too also, even though mine's going to last forever. But at the same time, you get tired. So what I'm really trying to say to you all saints today is this right here. You got to get it while the getting is good. Now, true enough, if you don't bring nothing home, guess what? Like I told you all a few minutes ago, do not expect nothing in return. Because once again, sex, and no matter how good that diggling is, does not pay the bills. But before I close up, I had a woman tell me one time, Trey, I can't deal with a man like you because you work too much. And I'm looking at her like, heifer, how else I'm going to have something nice in life? How else I'm going to have these nice ass cars? And also how I'm going to be able to take care of this nice ass home if I don't get off my ass and make a way for myself. So what I'm telling you all today, right now, if you're dealing with someone that have a poverty penis, talk to that penis. Talk to that man and let that man know what he need to do, or he cannot get no more loving. Now, I'm not telling you to be a hoe or anything like that. What I'm trying to say to you all right now today is this right here. Make better choices in life. But more than anything, stop selling yourself cheap, because sooner or later in life, you're going to regret those decisions that you made. So it's best to make wise decisions while you're younger. If you think I'm lying, ask some of these old heifers. They'll tell you the truth. Anyway, let's close up before I get in trouble.
How in the world is God going to bring you your husband and they got to upon you.
And now in closing, just like the great pastor said, how can God send you someone when you got all these spirits upon you and also in you? I mean, do you all know that when a man ejaculates in you, I'm not trying to get too nasty, I'm making a point, that you are dealing with spirits? Do you all know that or not? It's not like you just lay down and having sex, no. So what I'm trying to say is this right here. When you lay down and have sex, you have what we call soul ties. And you all wondering why you cannot shake some of these people. Because they have put a spell on you. And true enough, it may be because the sex is good. But no matter how good the sex is, at the end of the day, you got to think about yourself and what's best for you in life. Because just because you're with someone does not mean that they're going to be with you tomorrow. So the best thing to do, if you find yourself in a situation and you're struggling and you got a man laying all up next to you, the best thing to do is make his ass get up and go work. And if he can't work, guess what? You better be having some kind of damn disability check coming in here. And women, the same go to you all too. Because men, we're tired of poverty cookies. Let's think about that also. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to get me 4 other brothers, since it was 5 women at this conference preaching or whatnot. I'm going to get me 4 other brothers and we're going on a damn tour. And we're going to talk about poverty cookies. Because clearly, us diggerlings that got our lives together, we deserve some good cookie. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comments section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. And women, stop selling that ass cheap. Stop giving away your loving like that. Give it to someone who deserves it. And more than anything, just say no to poverty penis and struggle meat. And guess what? You will be all right. But anyway, I will see y'all soon on next Trey King Show. And I'm out.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
Bullshit.